First thing I'm going to do is read off the actual definition of Wicca. A polytheistic neo-pagan nature religion inspired by various pre-Christian Western European beliefs whose central deity is a mother goddess and which includes the use of herbal magic and benign witchcraft. Polytheism is the worship of or belief in more than one god, as opposed to Christianity, which is monotheistic. Um, we do believe in many gods and goddesses. There are some Wiccans that believe pantheism, which is um, that nature is symbolic of gods and goddesses. And then there's another one, or there's another side of Wicca that believes that each element of nature is a god or a goddess, not necessarily a symbol of a god or a goddess. It all depends on your philosophy. It all depends on your belief, but it's pretty much like kind of whatever you feel it to be. I want to start with the erroneous allegations about our religion. First and foremost, being that we worship Satan. I'm going to take a quote from the Blair Witch Project, or the Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows movie, where one of the women says, we don't even believe in the devil. That's a Christian concept. We don't believe in the devil. Another erroneous allegation is that we sacrifice children and animals. We do no harm to anybody, not even ourselves. Our creed is "and in harm none, do as thou wilt," which basically means if it doesn't hurt someone, you can do it. We believe that everything in nature is sacred. Harming ourselves, harming others, that kind of thing. That's something that we don't believe in. Anything that is against the free will of somebody else, we don't do. It's not like we're going to cast a spell on somebody to, make them have a bad life. It's not like we're going to, make a ritual about, ruining the reputation of a guy that broke our heart. No, we don't do those things. Our rituals, our spells, our potions, our seances, and everything like that have to do with the spiritual bond that we have with nature and everything that surrounds nature, and everything like that. The easiest way to describe our spells is they're our version of prayer. We also believe everything happens for a reason. We believe in fate, all that kind of stuff. And it's almost in, the same vein as Christianity. Christians believe that, what comes to them is a gift from God, or, it's a miracle from God, or, it's what God intended. For us, it's more of everything happens for a reason in nature's course. Um, if a spell doesn't work, it's not supposed to work. If, quite honestly, I did a binding spell once to try and relieve the toxic energies of somebody that hurt me very bad in the past. And it wasn't to bind them, it was to bind the feelings that I had so that I could get over him. But it didn't work. And I realized 3 years later why it didn't. And I'm glad, and sometimes it takes a while for things to be revealed, but all will be revealed in time. Some other things are a lot of our Sabbats come from what people would like to say are Christian holidays, which they aren't. These Sabbats have been around a lot longer than Christianity has, and to be quite honest, they took our Sabbats. We didn't take theirs. Such as Ostara, which is Easter. Ostara, it's our spring equinox. It is the ending of the old, beginning of the new. It is also, Ostara is sacred to Esther, the Saxon lunar goddess of fertility. Now, this is the interesting part, from whence we get the word estrogen, whose two symbols were the egg and the rabbit. Hence Easter egg hunts and Easter bunny. We also have Samhain. Some people call it Samhain, which is Halloween. A lot of people celebrate it as going out and getting candy and dressing up and being, whatever. The origin of Halloween it's our pagan New Year, it's our high holy day, and it's basically remembrance of ancestors before us. There are a lot of things that you do on Halloween that were originated through Wicca. One of the things is the jack-o'-lantern. We would carve, or ancestors, not me, when it first started, um, we would carve, any type of pumpkin or sometimes melon, stuff like that, and put lights in them to help light our ancestors' way home, the spirits that were lost that needed to find their way home. We also, the apple, the apple with the witch in the cauldron and all that kind of stuff. The apples were buried around the estate of, the Wiccans and everything as a gift to the souls trying to find their way home. Hence, probably the whole trick or treat. You go to a house, you get food, and that kind of stuff. The pointy hat, the quintessential, stereotypical pointy hat of a witch. Yes, it is legitimate to center your energy. It is a center point to center your energy. And so, yes, some of us use pointy hats. Some of us use brooms to sweep away the negativity at the doorstep. There are a lot of house cleansing spells and stuff that have to do with brooms and sage or smudge sticks that basically takes away the energy of the people that lived there before you and brings in your own energy. We believe, energy never dies, which is why I think that more people should believe in spirits, but that's a whole nother thing. We also have Yule lore, which is our winter solstice, and where the Yule log was started and that kind of stuff. And a lot of these religious Sabbats for us have been kind of twisted and turned into their own little package for Christianity. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot that has to do with Wicca that has been transformed into Christianity. And I'm sick of hearing people saying that, when I tell them that I'm a witch, they look at me in the vein of Hocus Pocus, in the vein of Charmed, even though a lot of things on Charmed are true. Personal gain, everything that you do has consequences. And even the demons they fight they're metaphors. Same with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They're all metaphors for hard challenges in life. But it's not necessarily exactly what we do. We don't have these magnificent powers where we could freeze people and blow people up and everything like that. We do have powers within us. I have prophetic dreams. I have, the ability to sense spirits and stuff like that, but it's not necessarily something that is physically apparent, and there are some that do. There is such thing as astral projection. There is such thing as out-of-body experiences. It all depends on what witch you are. So let's see. Some frequently asked questions. What does the pentagram stand for? Let's see. All right. You got spirit, earth, air, fire, water. All joined together make Mother Nature. That's what the pentagram stands for. It's what all the 5 factors that are needed to sustain life. Other Wiccans also relate the points to the 4 directions and the spirit, northeast, southwest. So I think on an end note, I'm going to end this with 2 quotes. One from Margot Adler and one from Aidan McCoy. First one by Margot is, "We are not evil. We don't harm or seduce people. We are not dangerous. We are ordinary people like you. We have families, jobs, hopes, and dreams. We are not a cult. This religion is not a joke. We are not what you think when you look at TV. We are real. We laugh. We cry. We are serious. We have a sense of humor. You don't have to be afraid of us. We don't want to convert you, and please don't try to convert us. Just give us the same right we give to you, to live in peace. We are much more similar to you than you think." Second quote from Aidan McCoy. When one defines oneself as pagan, it means she or he follows an earth or nature religion, one that sees the divine manifest in all creation. The cycles of nature are our holy days. The earth is our temple. Its plants and creatures are partners and teachers. We worship a deity that is both male and female, a mother goddess and a father god, who together created all of this, was or will be. We respect life, cherish the free will of sentient beings, and accept the sacredness of all creation. So basically, that is Wicca in a nutshell. If you guys have any questions that I haven't answered, feel free to ask them and I can post a part two. But hopefully, I've kind of set the record straight on the fact that no, we are not evil. And yes, this is a legitimate religion.